This is Reed Seals for AM 1340 WGRV. I'm here with Republican primary candidate for Circuit Court Clerk, Chris Shepard. First off, Chris, just tell us a little bit about yourself.
Thank you, Reed. I am Chris Shepard. I'm running for Circuit Court Clerk. I'm married to Kimberly Wells Shepard. We have two teenage boys, Austin and Cooper. We live in the Glendale Sunnyside community of Greene County. I'm a lifelong resident of Greene County, except for my years at college at Walter State and at East Tennessee State University. I've been working jobs that serve the public for over 30 years. First as a lifeguard at Kinser Park in 1986, and I spent 10 years at Dowdy Stevens Funeral Home as a director's assistant. And the past 19 years, I've worked as a firefighter EMT at the Greenville Fire Department. I've served on many committees there. The main one would be the Public Education Committee. I'm kind of the go-to guy there for speaking to the public about fire safety and fire prevention. And I also serve on the fire investigator team that we have there. In 2006, I was hired as an auxiliary deputy with the Greene County Sheriff's Department. And I'm a fire investigator there also when they need me. The past 11 years, I've worked as a certified court security officer there at the courthouse. So my fire department schedule is 24 hours on and 48 hours off. So those 2 days I'm off, I'm at the courthouse working there usually during the week. So I think this gives me a unique perspective of the clerk's office, being there working in the different courts.
And why did you decide to run for Circuit Court Clerk?
I'm running because I see a need for change, a change in the way we're preparing for the future there at the courthouse. A change in the way we share information, and the change in the way that we address problems that are faced by the court system. You know, right now we're basically just doing things the same way we've done them for 30 years. I feel it's time for the Circuit Court Clerk's office to get up to speed with the technology and the mindset of the 21st century.
And what are some of your plans if you do get elected as Circuit Court Clerk?
There's many things I would like to do. I guess maybe a short-term goal would be to have a dedicated website just for the courthouse. I would like to see a daily docket on there that would be updated daily. An attorney or judge or defendant or the public could log on and see what's going on that day. They could see which courtroom it's being held in. You could do things like downloadable forms, a directory of personnel, basic court information. There's just limitless possibilities with a website. Just something as simple as a sign or a banner in the lobby telling patrons of the courthouse which courts are being held and where to go. I think a lot of times working security, we get those questions, where am I supposed to be or where's this court at? So I think that would, kind of help things move along. Grants, I'd love to see us go after grants. To my knowledge, we've never went after a grant at the clerk's office. There's money there for technology upgrades, courtroom upgrades. Grants come and go, and we need to stay up to date. And on top of that, I'm very familiar with the grant process. I've secured grants at the fire department, so I know what it takes and the hard work it takes to get those done. So that's definitely something that I would be looking at. I guess a mid-range goal. I'd love to see video arraignments. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we see between 20 and 30 inmates coming up from court, and the courthouse is supposed to close at 4:30, but it's beginning to be the norm to work past 4:30. So I believe if the judge can get some of these arraignments done in chambers, for one thing, it makes a safer courtroom. We don't have as many inmates up around the public. And two, the judge is going to clear the cases off the docket quicker. Court's going to finish on time, and then the funds that I would have allocated for overtime could be used more efficiently. Long range, we need to start putting technology and training in place to prepare us for the future. The trend in technology is going to be moving from paper to electronic. The federal system right now has been electronic filing cases for over 10 years now. And I think it's going to be coming to the state courts sooner or later. So sooner than later. So I think we need to start preparing ourselves and securing these grants for these technology upgrades. E-filing would cut back on the mountain of documents that the clerk's office is buried in. an entire case can be put on a PDF file and emailed to an attorney or defendant. An attorney could file, they wouldn't have to come running in at 4:25 on a Friday afternoon to file something. They can file it from their office as long as it's done, by midnight on that business day. So I think that would be a huge help to everyone involved in the court system. And stuff like that, the clerk just can't say, I want video arraignments. What it's going to take is starting dialogue between the sheriff and the jail administration and the attorneys, and hopefully we can sit down and talk about some things and work together and maybe get that done.
And before we go, is there anything else you'd like to say?
I think I'm the perfect combination for what the clerk's office needs right now. I think I'm the right age. I'm 47 years old. I'm old enough to make mature and conservative decisions, but I'm still young enough to stay up to date on technology and still have the desire to learn and to better myself. I've got a unique perspective on the office and on the courthouse. I know how things work from different points of view. I've worked in all the courts, and I know how a warrant moves from getting it signed up to adjudication. I've prosecuted everything from a seatbelt ticket to a felony arson, so I understand the process. I've got a good relationship with the attorneys and the judges and the jail administrators and the sheriffs. I think that's going to be essential to get some things done. I've got a college degree. I think that's a huge asset to have in this position. I've worked on budgets at the fire department. I understand the importance of getting that right and working within a budget. I've worked on the grants. I understand how the grant process works. And, I've learned from every job that I have that you have to keep learning and keep trying to better yourself. If I could say anything else, the clerk's office it's an office of great importance in the county government. And besides my other qualifications, I think the clerk has to have extensive knowledge of the law and knowledge of the court procedure, and you need a positive image of yourself in the community, and I believe I have all three. So I'd like to thank everybody for their support, and I look forward to meeting everybody out on the campaign trail.
That was Chris Shepard. He is running in the Republican primary for Circuit Court Clerk. I'm Reed Seals, and this is AM 1340 WGRV.